Good afternoon. I don't hear a train whistle, so I'm obviously not about to jump on a horse and do a robbery here. But no, there's a little bit of a dust when you're dealing with this. So let me go ahead and get you guys some progress on where we are today. There's my mulch. I'll kind of walk back so you can see how big this pile is. I almost covered both garage doors. There's the car over there now, parked out of the way. So what I ended up doing is I went to a place local to me, R&R Pallet, up in Cheshire, and talked to their guy there. Had a great conversation with him, learned a little bit, and ended up getting a really nice deal. Essentially, I paid for 10 yards and got 15. So I can't really complain about that. I really was hoping I was going to get this to be able to get dumped right in the back, on just in that area where the Swingset is. That way it would have saved me the trips. But it was a triaxle, and he didn't want to feel comfortable backing it down into the yard and potentially getting stuck. I didn't feel like laying down planks, and I get an extra workout out of this. So I was actually supposed to be out here at like 5 this morning doing this, but I had to do a couple of work things, so didn't get a chance to do that. However, now we're here. I got my shovel. I got these. It's like one of those oversized plastic, almost like a coal shovel, but plastic. So I'm using that. This is very light material, and you can see. Very light, very fluffy, and tiny bit dusty. So I've been putting my mask on just because it hasn't had a chance to settle yet. It hasn't really been washed or rained on, if you will. But we're gonna go ahead and just start scooping this out. It's probably gonna take me a couple days. I'm not trying to go crazy on it. I've slowed it down a little bit in terms of my speed, just because I'm nearing the end and I don't want to burn myself out. But I'm going to move that, yes, by the wheelbarrow full. Little exercise, since I haven't been able to get to the gym lately, but that's fine. But over here, let me go ahead and give you guys an update. I'll turn the camera on, you can see where we are. It's been really awesome so far the last couple days over the weekend. Here we go. We are set up. There's all of my, the first load of mulch that I put in here. Yes, I got to put a ton. We'll get there, but the Swingset is mostly put together. Framing is all in, the roof, the slides. We did the slides, and I did the rock wall yesterday, which doubles as the ladder for the kids to climb up. So, and then over here is where the tube slide's gonna go, which I've heard is a complete pain in the rear to do, but that's gonna be the swirl tube slide that's gonna come down here. Right now I still have the tables up there. Those will come over here, and the trampoline will get moved over to this corner as soon as I get the mulch down, because I'll use the mulch to help level it, because it does have a little bit of a dip over there. Not much, but you know, again, I'll use the mulch and I'll help keep it level. Everything else here is done, but like I said, we are in really good shape. The kids are gonna have a blast. Hopefully by this weekend everything will be in and ready for them to use. And then I can start doing other things like cutting wood and getting logs put together, because that's that whole pile there that needs to be cut up next. And we'll get there eventually. Lawn's doing well, it's growing pretty good. But again, I got this whole section. It's kind of, you can almost draw a line across my backyard from there, right where the edge of that garden is over here, right about to the corner there. All of this, basically the whole backyard, right? It doesn't look so bad here, but as you get here, you start to see these dead spots, then the slough, and then it goes back up again. And now I've got all that guy over there to deal with, which I don't think I'm gonna get to this year, but whatever. So, plenty to do, plenty to work on. So, about an hour or so worth of work, hour and a half. It's just been buckets and buckets and buckets, or barrows, I should say, and barrows. And I've just been spreading and spreading. So I could have probably taken a board off over here just to be able to walk through, but it's not that big of a deal. I just set up a little ramp over here so I could just wheel the barrow in. I literally just came around and I just dumped, and I just did a whole bunch of pile dumping. And I grabbed my long 42-inch rake and I just started sifting it out. I don't want to go too crazy under here yet, because I still have to build the slide and just finish up a couple things and make sure it's level. And I want to make sure everything gets a coating first before I start going really deep. So I'm just getting a good coat on there. It's pretty deep. It's a good 3 inches. there so far, which is exactly what I wanted. But I said I'll start again tomorrow. We'll get all this filled in so everything will have a nice light coat, and then I can start working on the backfill because everything else hopefully will be built by then. But I'm gonna go back up front and show you. So right now, all this has been done, and just call it 3 inches all the way around there. That's quite a bit of space. That's the 20 by 30 we're in almost. So I'm gonna go in the front. I'm gonna show you what what's left in the pile, because I made maybe a dent at this point. So, which I'm excited about because I wouldn't mind having extra material. So stay tuned. I'll show you that one in a second. Here you go. So far, there's a little bit over here. All I've done is cleaned up the edges. I haven't even gotten into the pile yet. I was taking from here, I took from here. I cleaned up a little bit of the low spot right here that was hanging down, and that. And as you can see, that's still a lot of mulch left. So I'm excited because if I have extra material, I can go out behind the deck with it. And I'm gonna grab one of my new favorite toys, just clean this up a little bit, and then I am gonna throw a tarp over it with some logs. I know it's mulch, it's fine to get wet, but it just kind of helps if we get any heavy rains from it washing out and then it up down the driveway or being blown off somewhere. Because like I said, it is pretty light material. We are supposed to get some rain tonight, and I could be back out here in the morning, but the drier I can keep it, the better. So that's the goal. We're gonna cover it up for the day and move on. So thanks for sticking around. I will